A lot has been said and revealed about the controversy between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Some wild theories suggest that something much deeper happened behind the scenes, something that may have sparked the entire drama. From the filming of a romantic movie that started off incredibly steamy but ended up delivering a powerful lesson about domestic violence to the cast itself, people have been wondering at what point Blake decided to take control of the production, how things escalated that far, and why Justin kept overlooking so many of these actions. The most talked about theory that's come out of Blake and Justin's story is that Blake fell for Justin during filming. And even though she tried dropping a few subtle hints, things didn't go the way she expected. The breakdown of how this theory surfaced is honestly one of the most revealing things you'll hear about this case. It's absolutely crazy, because in her complaint she mentioned she needed an intimacy coordinator on set. Justin pushed back by showing their messages, where she didn't seem interested in meeting with an intimacy coordinator at all. In fact, she acted as the intimacy coordinator herself many times on set, meaning she had full control over how close she could get to Justin. Then to suddenly turn around and claim there wasn't an intimacy coordinator available sounded more like a tactic to take control of the situation, especially as it became more obvious that she might have let things slip on set. A lot of people have said that Blake basically plays herself in every movie, and she actually confirmed that in her own statement. "Put me in any clothes and give me any words and have me step in and transform." And I used to be very insecure about that. I used to feel like an imposter because I would watch actors who were just shapeshifters. They could do it in any sort. Blake reveals she's a different kind of actress compared to others in the industry, which suggests she may have truly been herself on set with Justin, and maybe by being so much herself, things got a little too real in a way that didn't exactly work in her favor. I mean, for me, the way I always get into a character is through their wardrobe. When I literally inhabit them, I feel so much more. Clothes are very expressive to me. I feel like a different person depending on what I'm wearing. It gets even funnier because some of the wardrobe came straight from her own closet, meaning she was basically basing the character on herself. Better to keep a journal, as if I was Ryle, and the things Ryle experienced in his life. And I had to create, for example, the trauma that happened to him. I had to recreate that for myself. In the book, Ryle is described as extremely attractive and irresistible, and there are speculations that Blake may have seen Justin in the same way. Jock revealed how much he loves the
I mean, for me, the way I always get into a character is through their wardrobe. When I literally inhabit them, I feel so much more. Clothes are very expressive to me. I feel like a different person given whatever I'm wearing.
For someone who's married and hasn't explored extremely spicy moments in their recent projects, but suddenly decided to take on such a sensitive and intimate role just a few months after giving birth, it was basically a recipe for disaster. It gets even crazier because Justin was fully method acting on set. He had to channel the complicated character of Ryle to perfect his performance. And while this might sound like just another theory, there are also some interesting bits of evidence suggesting there could be more truth here than anyone expected. An old comment from Blake on a workout post Justin made has also resurfaced, and once again, it suggests Blake might have developed feelings for Justin. The comment was made just a few weeks earlier, back in 2023. After seeing Justin doing the exercises, she liked what she saw and commented that he looked incredible. "Now try it pregnant," to which Justin replied, "You win."
I really love romance, and I love it as an audience member, and I love it in my real life, and I just really believe.
I truly love romance. I love it as a member of the audience. I love it in my real life, and I genuinely believe in romance, she stated. Blake also praised Colleen for the way she wrote the characters, because it allowed her to understand and enjoy exactly what Lily felt for Atlas, and especially for Ryle, where there was a deep attraction layered with conscious and unconscious emotions overlapping one another. This small exchange has been interpreted in many different ways, with some people online claiming Blake likes to turn every situation into some kind of competition, which couldn't be further from the proven truth. It's simply one of many circulating theories. Another way Blake may have tried to shift this rumored narrative is when she mentioned in her complaints that Justin suggested she dress more attractively on set to fit her character, but that's not what actually happened. According to publicly available interviews, in those interviews, Blake explained she was fully in charge of her own wardrobe and didn't follow the on-set costume designer's suggestions. Justin only commented on her wardrobe after some outfits leaked to the media, where they were labeled as less than flattering. But in the messages being discussed online, it was Blake who supposedly suggested that her character should wear a few more alluring pieces to appear more attractive in the film, and in reality, we could see Blake was the one overseeing everything, even showing Justin how she envisioned it working. She also accused Justin of adding more intimate scenes than what had originally been agreed on, though online discussions claimed this was contradicted by messages where Justin asked Blake to rewrite certain scenes with the intimacy coordinator. In the complaints, Blake mentioned Justin walked into her trailer while she was topless and breastfeeding, which sounded strange to many, because the messages circulating online appear to show something very different. There was no way for Justin to magically guess or time when Blake would be pumping and show up uninvited, especially when the screenshots suggest Blake was the one who told Justin to come over so they could go over their lines together, even though she was pumping at the time. With how straightforward that message seems, it's surprising that Blake might have interpreted it as something else entirely. Some online commenters speculate this could have been a calculated attempt to get back at Justin for not acknowledging her supposed romantic feelings during filming. This theory gets even wilder as people point out that Blake allegedly has a history of developing feelings for her romantic co-stars, starting with Penn Badgley, whom she met while filming. Their characters on Gossip Girl played lovers, Serena and Dan, and that on-screen relationship turned into a real one off-screen. During one of her earliest projects, her appearance on Gossip Girl became iconic. Unfortunately, she and Penn broke up in 2010, right before the show wrapped in 2012. But then, Blake allegedly fell in love on set again, this time with Ryan Reynolds while filming Green Lantern. People noticed how they constantly talked and stared at each other. The rumor was that Ryan became more drawn to Blake than to Scarlett, eventually leading to his divorce. Even though it didn't happen immediately, many believed the romantic feelings started on the Green Lantern set. And at the time, another rumor claimed Blake won over Ben, even though he was married. Supposed insiders from that set described Blake and Ben as acting like teenagers totally infatuated with each other. Since Blake is often rumored to fall for her romantic partners on set, some speculate she might have developed feelings for Justin too, even if those feelings weren't acknowledged or returned. Because of that, some online theories suggest Blake may have decided to put pressure on Justin, making him carry the blame in order to soothe her husband's ego, since people say he can get jealous. And Blake may have never intended anything serious with Justin, she might have simply disliked that. Justin didn't return the same energy. It gets even more ironic when you realize Blake has almost always gotten her way throughout her life, even as a kid, when her father had to bribe the choir director so she could get the lead spot. Still, Blake hadn't worked on many major projects before It Ends With Us, and, curiously, wanting to feel the spark of a new romance again, since she openly said she loves romance. She accepted the offer to star in a romantic film with a very attractive love interest. While testing the waters to see if that spark was still there, she may have tried pushing things a little, just to gauge the tension, but Justin, in this theory, didn't respond the way she imagined. Some say she felt embarrassed, so she tried to act like she never said anything that could be interpreted that way, projecting the narrative that it was Justin who made things uncomfortable. The theory goes even further, suggesting she felt terrible when Justin asked about her weight and concluded it meant he liked her enough to care about those details. Instead of trying to understand why Justin would ask something like that, she turned the moment into something negative. But this didn't sit well with her husband, and that's why, according to speculation, he showed up on set to set things straight, scolding Justin and making sure everyone knew he was watching. Thanks all dear brothers and sisters.